Sketches by Boz, Part 2. Read by Peter Joyce. The Dancing Academy. Of all the dancing academies that ever were established, there never was one more popular in its immediate vicinity than Signor Bill Smethy's of the King's Theatre. It was not in Spring Gardens, or Newman Street, or Berners Street, or Gower Street, or Charlotte Street, or Percy Street, or any other of the numerous streets which have been devoted, time out of mind, to professional people, dispensaries, and boarding-houses. It was not in the West End at all. It rather approximated to the eastern portion of London, being situated in the populous and improving neighbourhood of Gray's Inn Lane. It was not a dear dancing academy. 4 and 6pence a quarter is decidedly cheap upon the whole. It was very select, the number of pupils being strictly limited to 75, and a quarter's payment in advance being rigidly exacted. There was public tuition and private tuition, an assembly room and a parlour. Signor Bill Smethy's family were always thrown in with the parlour, and included in parlour price. That is to say, a private pupil had Signor Bill Smethy's parlour to dance in, and Signor Bill Smethy's family to dance with, and when he had been sufficiently broken in the parlour, he began to run in couples in the assembly room. Such was the dancing academy of Signor Bill Smethy, when Mr. Augustus Cooper of Fetter Lane first saw an unstamped advertisement, walking leisurely down Holborn Hill, announcing to the world that Signor Bill Smethy of the King's Theatre intended opening for the season with a grand ball. Now, Mr. Augustus Cooper was in the oil and colour line. Just of age, with a little money, a little business, and a little mother, who, having managed her husband and his business in his lifetime, took to managing her son and his business after the husband's decease. And so, somehow or other, he had been cooped up in the little back parlour behind the shop on weekdays, and in a little deal box without a lid, called by courtesy a pew, at Bethel Chapel on Sundays, and had seen no more of the world than if he'd been an infant all his days. Whereas young White, at the gas-fitters over the way, 3 years younger than him, had been flaring away like winking, going to the theatre, supping at harmonic meetings, eating oysters by the barrel, drinking stout by the gallon, even stopping out all night, and coming home as...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?